Hi, and welcome to yet another edition of Ask Miss Judes. As always, I hope you're taking good care of yourself and enjoying life as God gives it, and that you're adding value to your immediate environment, your family, your friends, your colleagues at work, and that by the grace of God, you are being reckoned with in a positive way. Today, I wanted to talk about what I've called How Do You Want to Be Remembered? And this has been fueled by a spate of not so good news that has come my way of recent, of friends, some young, some kind of middle aged, and some not so young, who've transitioned, and the opportunity that it gave us to reflect on our interactions with them, as well as their impact on us and the environment. And the more I thought about it, the thought that keeps coming to me is because no one knows their time and no one gets notice of when this would happen. It's important that we make a decision to live in such a way that if it pleases God that we transition, that people will have good memories of us. In one instance, I was chatting with a colleague when we lost a colleague quite young, and he said something like, "I wish God would just give us a timetable so we would know when our time comes so we can put our house in order." And my response was, "Unfortunately, we don't have that. What we have is the opportunity to make choices, to make decisions daily that add value to other people's lives around us, so that by the time it pleases God that we're no longer here, people don't have to make up stories to try to remember us. There will be tangible evidence of how we invested hope and confidence in other people, of how we brought joy, of how we contributed to positive experiences that people have. And this could be people not just in our families. Of course, that's where we start. But beyond your family, what is it that you're leaving behind, and even within your family? And if one juxtaposes that against a life that seems to be so fast paced and everybody wants to get their way, and life is just rushing by, please, in the process of rushing, I need you to stop and pause. What is the outcome of your decision? What is your attitude contributing to your environment? Exactly what are you bringing to the table anywhere you are? So if it's to be driven to just be important, to get noticed, to get wealth, and just go, and then at the end, it'll be what? Whereas, especially when one realizes that you don't take anything with you when you depart this earth. So you might be greedy and amass billions and deprive other people of comfort. And when you go, what happens? That doesn't even pass on to you. So please, I just want to awaken everybody's conscience, especially those who have influence over others. I'm trying very hard to stay away from socioeconomic politics and all those things that kind of bring the worst side out of people. To say, even if you're involved in those things, I need you to just take a step back and ask yourself a question. How do you want to be remembered? As a mean spirited, selfish, wicked person who people might even be glad when you transition, or as somebody who has contributed peace and love and joy and comfort to other people, so that you would leave a mark that is worth remembering? I just really want to appeal, given the reality of the recent experiences, that very few people get notice of when their end will come. And because we don't have that, what we have is an opportunity to decide every day to live the way God has ordained for us to live, to look out for one another, to know that what I want is as important as what the other person wants, that I do not do to somebody what I don't want them to do to me, that I remember that there is a thing called posterity, and beyond this world, there is accountability in the next world. I want to just thank you for all those who are standing with people who are going through a difficult time. I pray that God will honor you. And for those who are the ones actually going through the difficult times, I pray that you find comfort and strength. And for those of us who are still here having our various challenges, please remember that there is judgment beyond this life. So be careful the choices you make. Be careful how you treat other people, because you will account to the God who made them when your time comes. Whew. I pray that you will share this with those who need encouragement, that it will inspire you to review your own efforts and the decisions you're making and how you're living your life. I always believe that to live simply, if we live simply, others will just simply live. So let's not complicate life. Let's live as God has ordained. Love your neighbor as yourself. Live so that others around you would find comfort, joy, and peace. Thanks for hanging out with me again today. I look forward to coming your way again real soon. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share with someone who needs encouragement. Share your experiences of who you've encouraged or what you're going through. And if you need an outreach, send me a message to askmissjudes@gmail.com. So that's askmzjudz@gmail.com. And by the grace of God, we will find the resources to reach out and keep you supported. Take care. I'll come your way again real soon. Bye.